Hi there. Nice to see you. Can we start with, can you tell us a bit about who you are?
Hi, I'm Pascale Allotey, the director with the United Nations University International Institute for Global Health.
Do you think that there's any lessons that you've learned from this kind of engagement that you think you'll take forward even in a post-COVID world in terms of how you organize your work, how you organize your offices, how you organize meetings, anything that you think might be different?
I think there are positives to this, to virtual engagement. I think it has provided a level of access and penetration to different people. We had our webinars now. When we had seminars, if we had attendance of about 40 people, we were thrilled. The last one that we held that was done virtually, we had about 90. So clearly it does provide the opportunity for better engaging, and I think it is something that we will continue going forward. One of the critical lessons I think for me has been in observing the importance of leadership and what that means, whether it's leadership at the national level, or whether it's leadership at the global level, or right down to within offices, and just trying to match the notion of leadership and who a leader is with the sorts of responses that they have got from the population or the people that they're leading, and the importance of that in addition to whatever drives the evidence for the specific policy. And of course, I have to say that gender clearly plays a really important role, or has played, no doubt, an important role in how the population has engaged with the restrictions and so on.
Give an example or two just to clarify what
quite early in the epidemic, I was watching the ways in which leaders spoke to when the decisions were made in different countries about the need for social distancing, or kind of lockdown, families going into lockdown and so on. It was an amazing. I think some of the couple of the presentations that really stand out for me were Angela Merkel and Jacinta from New Zealand, and it was really that clear conversation and engaging with the population. So it wasn't kind of this is what needs to be done. It wasn't your kind of hard militaristic way. It was actually engaging with people as people, and it just meant that then the response from the communities was so much more accepting, and you got a response in the way that people engaged with each other, in the way that people helped each other. And of course, I'm saying all of this purely on the basis of what's in the media, because we're all on lockdown, so we only have access to really what we're seeing in the media. But it's very different from the responses that you've had from the UK, for instance, or from the US, where the leadership style is quite different. And of course, the outcomes as well speak for themselves.
If you think now also to the UN level, are there any good examples of how it is that things have been done effectively, and things that you think are lessons to be learned that we should be thinking about going forward?
Within the UN system, it's been a whole range of things, and I will focus it very specifically on the support for staff internally. So there has been very good process of keeping everybody informed, a real responsiveness to the changes that people are going to have to make in their workplace. There was a provision of in-house courses for how to support staff in crisis and so on. And I, from within my own institute, with UNU, for instance, the rector, David Malone, was sent a personal note to the member of staff who lost her mother to acknowledge it. So it is one, really creating the sense of the community, but also recognizing, I think, that there is an opportunity through this crisis. What would have been ideal, and I know this had been pushed from the Secretary General's level, that ideally it would have been an amazing opportunity for the global community to come together, for leadership to come together, because this is in some ways, there's the paradox of the intervention that was chosen, which was to lock everybody up and to lock countries up. But at the same time, it's one that required solidarity and working together to get rid of a global problem. And it is, I think there has been a push, and this goes across all of the agencies, for us to really kind of step up and recognize that in the shock, there is a catalytic opportunity for the UN that has a mandate to work across countries with member states, to actually use this as an opportunity to see how the UN can be the unifying force to take advantage of some of the opportunities and gaping problems that are being identified through this, to keep an eye on, make sure that we keep our eye on the ball and try and address them.
Thank you for that. I'm really grateful that you took the time and for those incredible insights. So thanks very much.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you.